Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Gentle English Start. I'm Emma.
And I'm Jake. How you doing today, Emma?
I'm doing great, thanks. Although I have to say, I spent way too much time in traffic this morning.
Oh, no, really? That's the worst.
Yeah, it took me almost an hour to get to the grocery store. An hour! It's only supposed to be 20 minutes.
Welcome to LA, right? Actually, that's perfect because today we're talking about transportation, how we get around the city.
Exactly. And Jake and I have very different experiences with this because I drive everywhere, and Jake.
I do not have a car. I rely on public transportation, walking, and sometimes those electric scooters you see everywhere.
So we thought it would be interesting to talk about the pros and cons of different ways to get around Los Angeles. And for those of you learning English, this is great vocabulary for talking about your daily life and how you travel.
Right, so let's dive in.
Okay, so Jake, let me ask you first. Why don't you have a car? Because, LA is famous for being a car city.
That's true. Honestly, there are a few reasons. The main one is cost. Cars are expensive. You have to buy the car, pay for insurance, pay for gas, parking, maintenance.
That's fair.
And also, I don't really enjoy driving that much. Like, I find it stressful, especially in LA traffic.
I can understand that, but isn't it difficult to get around without a car here?
It can be challenging, yeah, I won't lie. LA isn't like New York or London, where the public transport is everywhere, but it's not impossible. I mostly take the metro.
The subway?
Well, we call it the metro here, but yes, it's a mix of subway and light rail. There are different lines that go to different parts of the city.
Right. How often do you use it?
Pretty much every day. I take it to work, I take it when I meet friends downtown, I take it to go to the beach sometimes.
And how long does it usually take you?
It depends where I'm going. To work, it's about 40 minutes, but I don't mind because I can read or listen to podcasts. I don't have to focus on the road like you do when you're driving.
That's actually a really good point. When I'm driving, I can't do anything else. Well, I can listen to music or podcasts too, but I have to concentrate on traffic.
Exactly. And honestly, sometimes the metro is faster than driving because you don't get stuck in traffic.
I never thought about that.
Of course, there are downsides too.
Like what?
Well, the metro doesn't go everywhere. If I want to go somewhere that's not near a metro station, it gets complicated. I have to take a bus or walk a long distance or use a rideshare app.
Like Uber or Lyft?
Yeah, exactly. And those can get expensive, especially during rush hour when there's surge pricing.
That's true. Okay, what about buses? Do you take those often?
Sometimes. The bus system in LA is actually pretty extensive. There are buses going almost everywhere. But they can be slow because they have to stop frequently and they get stuck in the same traffic as cars.
Right.
And the schedules aren't always reliable. Sometimes you're waiting and the bus is late. That can be frustrating.
I can imagine. What about those electric scooters you mentioned?
Oh, I love those. They're everywhere now. You know those scooters you can rent with an app?
Yeah, I see people riding them all the time.
They're perfect for short distances. Like if I get off the metro and I need to go another mile or two, I'll grab a scooter. They're fun, they're quick, and they're not too expensive.
Aren't they dangerous, though?
They can be if you're not careful. You need to watch out for cars and pedestrians, and some people ride them on the sidewalk, which is actually illegal in a lot of places.
I've almost hit scooter riders a few times when I'm driving. They come out of nowhere.
Yeah, I can see how that's scary from a driver's perspective. You have to be really aware when you're on the scooter.
Do you ever just walk places?
Oh, all the time. If something is within a mile, I'll usually just walk. It's good exercise. It's free, and honestly, sometimes it's the most reliable option.
That's true, though in LA, walking can be tough because everything is so spread out.
Right, and in some neighborhoods, there aren't good sidewalks. That's something people don't think about.
Okay, so now let me tell you about driving, since that's what I do.
Please do. I'm curious about your perspective.
So I've had my car for about 5 years now, and I have to say, even with all the traffic and the cost, I really value having it.
Why is that?
Freedom, mostly. I can go wherever I want, whenever I want. I don't have to check a schedule or wait for a bus or train. If I want to go to the beach at midnight, I can just get in my car and go.
That's fair. I don't have that flexibility.
And for grocery shopping, oh my gosh, I can't imagine doing that without a car. I buy a lot of groceries, and carrying all those bags on public transport would be a nightmare.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing I struggle with. I have to be strategic about grocery shopping. I can only buy what I can carry.
Right. And what about going out of town, like road trips?
That's another thing I can't really do easily. If I want to go somewhere outside LA, I usually have to rent a car or find a friend who's willing to drive.
See, I love road trips. Last weekend, I drove up to Santa Barbara just for the day. It was so nice.
It does sound nice.
But I will say the costs add up. You mentioned insurance, gas, maintenance. You're absolutely right. I spend probably $400 a month on car-related expenses.
Wow, really?
Yeah, my car payment is $250, insurance is about $100, and then gas and parking and everything else.
That's a lot. I probably spend about $100 a month on transportation. Metro Pass is about $100. And then occasionally I'll pay for a ride share or scooter.
So you're saving a lot of money.
I am. But I'm also spending more time getting places, so it's a trade-off.
Time versus money.
Exactly.
What about parking? That's something I didn't mention. Parking in LA can be terrible.
Oh, I don't miss that at all. I used to have a car a few years ago, and finding parking was always so stressful.
It's the worst, especially downtown or in busy neighborhoods. Sometimes I drive around for 20 minutes just looking for a spot.
And you have to pay for it too, right?
Often, yeah. If I'm going somewhere in a busy area, I might pay $20 or $30 just for parking. It's ridiculous.
See, that's another reason I don't miss having a car.
Although I will say, having a car makes me feel more independent, like I'm not relying on anyone or anything else.
I get that. But I kind of like not having the responsibility. Like, I don't have to worry about my car breaking down or getting a flat tire or someone hitting my car in the parking lot.
Those things are stressful, you're right.
And there's something nice about not contributing as much to traffic and pollution. I feel like I'm making a more environmentally friendly choice.
That's a really good point. Cars do produce a lot of emissions. I sometimes feel guilty about that.
Although, to be fair, the metro runs on electricity, so it's not perfect either. But it's definitely better than everyone driving their own car.
True.
What about traffic? You mentioned that earlier. How much does that affect you?
Oh my gosh, so much. Traffic in LA is probably the thing I hate most about driving. During rush hour, it can take twice as long to get anywhere.
Don't you leave early to avoid it?
I try to, but it's not always possible. And honestly, there's traffic at almost any time of day now. It's not just rush hour anymore.
Yeah, LA traffic is notorious. That's actually one reason I'm happy not to drive. I don't have to deal with road rage and aggressive drivers.
Road rage is real. I've definitely gotten frustrated behind the wheel before. You're sitting there, not moving, and it's so annoying.
At least on the metro, if there's a delay, I can just relax and not worry about it. I'm not in control, so I don't feel the same stress.
That's a good way to think about it.
Do you ever think about giving up your car?
Honestly, sometimes, especially when I'm stuck in traffic or paying for expensive repairs. But then I think about the convenience, and I just can't imagine it.
Yeah, I get that. It's different for everyone. Do you think you'll always have a car?
I think so, at least while I'm living in LA. Maybe if I moved to a city with better public transportation, like New York or San Francisco, I'd reconsider.
That makes sense.
What about you? Do you ever think about getting a car again?
Maybe someday, if I had kids or if my life situation changed and I needed one. But right now, I'm happy without it.
I respect that. I think you're braver than me for navigating LA without a car.
Thanks. And I think you're braver for dealing with LA traffic every day.
Fair enough.
I think the main takeaway here is that there's no perfect way to get around LA. It depends on your lifestyle, your budget, your priorities.
Exactly. Some people need a car, some people prefer not to have one, and that's okay.
Right. And for our listeners, whether you're in LA or somewhere else in the world, transportation is always going to be part of your daily life. It's good to think about what works best for you.
And it's interesting vocabulary, too. We've talked about a lot of different words today. Traffic, rush hour, public transportation, rideshare, parking, emissions.
Scooters, metro, buses, road trips, maintenance, insurance.
These are all useful words if you're talking about how you get around in English.
Definitely.
Well, I think that's a good place to wrap up today's episode.
Yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed talking about this.
Me too, and thank you so much to all of you for listening to the Gentle English Start.
We hope this conversation was helpful for your English learning, and maybe it gave you some things to think about regarding transportation.
If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with your friends who are also learning English. And if you have any topics you'd like us to discuss in future episodes, let us know.
We love hearing from our listeners.
Until next time, everyone, take care.
Bye.
Bye.